I got to give you the whole spectrum of the story. You dig? I got to give you the full story, man. So that was a red flag right there, because me and you supposed to be kicking it on the break. Like, you done made this whole situation about buying some weed. Plus, I don't know, dude. I really don't know you like that. I'm not trying to be in your mix. But I had the thought before this happened. I was like, shoot, I might could, plug her in. Then I was like, nah, I don't know that, bro. Like, something just, nah, that's not a good idea. I don't know her like that. And if something go wrong, she end up telling or snitching or being an informant, like, I done put her on to the homie. So that's really on me. Like, that's how I feel. I'm real protective of people if I know they 100 in the streets. You know what I'm saying? If I know somebody 100 in the streets and they not with none of the telling and snitching and all that, then I'm real protective. Like, I don't, man, if I'm going to holler at somebody on some business, I don't bring nobody with me. You know what I mean? None of that. You know what I'm saying? Not no homeboy, none of that. You know what I mean? Like, that's just how I move though. But anyway, man. So that was the first little red flag. And remember, by this time, I done already gave up on her. So, like, and I ain't tripping on no weed. My weed situation was legit. My weed situation was already fixed and settled. So, and then I'm the type, if I'm doing business with you and you do good business, I'm not finna be dealing with nobody else. You know what I mean? Like, why even put yourself at risk? You don't know what this other person got going on if you already got a proper connection for your business. You know what I mean? So I'm not trying to check out nobody else or none of that. You know what I mean? So that was the first little red flag. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this bro here on some other stuff. Like, that was kind of weird to me. And then, so, this bro, something happened to her car. Like, she hit a deer on the way to work. And I can testify to that. I seen deers this morning. Them deers be on the side of the highway. This going to Mineola from Tyler. So when you get ready to cross that bridge in the Wood County, it be deers on the side. You know what I mean? So she had a wreck and hit a deer and it messed her car up. So I guess she was driving her parents' car some days or getting dropped off or something like that. And me and A, the other dude that's in the picture, he was mostly giving her a ride home. So I gave her a ride home. She asked me for a ride a couple times. The first time I gave her a ride, now remember, this is after I already gave up on her. So I'm not trying to holler at her or nothing like that. So she needed a ride home. I gave her a ride home the first time. But like, her body language and like her vibe was on God to me. Like, her vibe was off. Like, she was defensive type. She was just like, I'm going to tell you, this how I felt. I felt like somebody had been coaching her. Like, this is how you need to be when you with him. On God, this how I felt. Like somebody was coaching her. Somebody was in her ear. Like, this is how you need to be while you in the car with him. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I guess she thought I was going to be trying to holler at her or maybe rub on her leg or something. Like, she was like a defensive posture, like defensive vibe. But like, remember, I already gave up on her. I ain't been calling or texting or nothing. Like, I'm straight lace, no chase. If a female not interested, that is what it is. I'm not finna keep on trying and none of that. Plus, it's another dude in the picture. I don't feel like he was smashing or nothing. I felt like he was on some friendly, nice guy vibes with her. You know what I mean? He's a nice guy. Hey, shout out to him though, man. Ain't no disrespect to nobody, but when I do my thing, I'm gonna let you know exactly what I'm thinking and how I felt and my opinion and all that. But yeah, no disrespect though. But I felt like he was on some, he's a nice guy to her. but not smashing or nothing like that. But maybe he could have. Hey, he could have. I don't know. I don't know. That's not my business. But I didn't get them kind of vibes though. You know what I mean? But but yeah. When she was with me though, like she had a like defensive vibes, defensive posture. Like I felt like somebody was in her ear. Like this is how you need to be when you're with them. That kind of time right there. So, I just took her straight to where I needed to take her, dropped her off. You know what I'm saying? That's it. And then maybe like a week or so, maybe 2-3 weeks. I don't know. It was a little while later, and I gave her a ride again. But this time her vibe was a little bit more open, like trying to talk, conversate. Like we talked and conversated the first time, but it was more tense. So the second time she was more relaxed but like I said, I'm not interested no more. And I got a whole lot of other stuff going on, you know what I'm saying? With other chicks. So, I'm not tripping on no female in no kind of way. So like I said, remember, I'm not interested. And not romantically interested, you know what I mean? And like I said, I wasn't trying to talk about sex or none of that, just regular conversation. But she was more open and I guess more relaxed the second time I gave her a ride. But I didn't really want to talk, my G, to be honest with you. Like, we talked a little bit, then I cut my music on. You know what I mean? Let me vibe out, let me zone out. That's what I normally do on the way home. So I wasn't trying to kick no whole lot of extra conversation or nothing. No, I wasn't like bitter or mad or this broad ain't interested in me. Throwing a little fit. Nah, I'm chilling. Like, but I wasn't interested, So I wasn't trying to holler no more, you know what I mean? So we kicked it. I mean, we talked a little bit. I turned my music on. I'm a vibe out. And then I took her to where she was going, and that was it. You know what I mean? So yeah, that was it. So time goes on, her and A, the other dude, they kicking it real tough from what I see. Not that I'm looking, but it looked like they kicking it pretty tough. And that's really all it was. I would see her at work and stuff like that, but at some point in time, man, something just told me, like, look up a criminal record. Oh yeah, that's when she told me the first time that I gave her a ride. That's when she told me that she did 6 months in county, and she told me she did 6 months in jail. And she used to have some issues with some substances. That's all I'm gonna say. Nothing too bad. Nothing crazy. You know what I mean? But she said she did 6 months. And I think it was, I think it was way down the line, really like a couple months down the line before I looked up her info. But I'm like, that don't add up though. You know what I mean? And I'm trying to kind of give her some room, some wiggle room, but it's just it's just not really adding up. So like I said, maybe there's an explanation, but I know what I had in my mind. She's a snitch. She done told on somebody in Longview and probably come to Tyler trying to do the same thing. Like, that's how I think. You know what I mean? Because them snitches is out there. You know what I mean? But that's just how I think. And I'm like, in my mind, I'm doing my thing the whole time, but I don't let nobody in my mix, though. I don't let nobody in my mix. And then, like I said, I got to spazzing a little bit that day. And I'm talking about rat and all this, right? And that Monday, that was on a Friday. On that Monday, she quit. And plus, I wrote that song over the weekend while I was talking about rats and Snitch K and all that. Snitch K, by the way, is Snitch Killer. Like you got BK, Blood Killer, CK, Crip Killer, whatever side you from, K Killer, all that kind of stuff. So Snitch K, Snitch Killer. But yeah, man, but I don't know, man. I don't know. I just got it in my mind. That brought a snitch. You know what I mean? That's just how I felt. You know what I mean? And the dude, B, when I was leaving work, I had to tell him, nah, she the police, my G. I don't mess with her. You know what I mean? So that's the way I felt. You know what I mean? So I told him that, and we probably gonna talk a little bit in the morning. But that's what I feel. And like I said, when she quit, A quit. So, in my mind, I'm like, and then like this chick and A was like working together. They was like working together, but I'm not no, I'm a tight-lipped person, especially if it got something to do with illegal. I'm not finna involve you in my mix, especially not no people from the job that I don't really have no history with you. And then, like I said, like I don't know I don't know what she thought it was gonna be. Like, what did she expect? But I ain't gonna lie though. The only way she could have got close to me would have been on some sexual stuff. You know what I mean? But she was making weed too big of an issue, because if I'm trying to kick it with you, then if we kick it, of course we gonna smoke. You know what I'm saying? If I smoke weed and I'm on some lustful stuff and I'm trying to kick it with a chick, of course we gonna smoke. Duh. You know what I mean? But like she was trying to get in my mix, in my circle, and find out what I got going on without being sexual. And that wasn't finna happen. That wasn't finna happen. Like like when I was on my lust stuff, man, it's hard for a chick to get me to smoke, without, if we not having sex, like I'm not finna be smoking with you. You might get one blunt out of me. That's it. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? If I'm interested in a female sexually and she ain't talking about sex, you might get that one blunt out of me and that's it. Like, you ain't talking about nothing. I ain't talking about nothing. Unless you just want to smoke, but you gonna have to put in on it, or you gonna have to match me. I'm not just gonna be burning the leaves just for the sake of it, because I'm a nice guy. Like, nah, weed costs money. And I went through that with a few chicks, trying to hold out, but trying to get somebody to smoke. Nah, you must be crazy. So she didn't know how to move, man, but I can't take credit for it, because like I said, if I would have got sexual with the chick, even then though, even if we would have had a sexual relationship, we would have been smoking and all that, but I still ain't finna smoke in the car. I'm still not finna be taking no weed to work. I'm still not gonna have no weed in the car on the way to work or on the way from work. I'm still not gonna be smoking in the car, period. To work, from work, nothing else. I'm still not finna take you to who I do my business with. You not gonna know that unless you go through my phone or something, which I ain't finna allow that. Uh, so I don't know what the broad thought. I guess she just thought I was just finna get loose lip, be like, yeah, this who I do business with. You want to come with me? Like, I don't know what she thought, man. Or I guess she thought, oh yeah. When she got me to give her a ride, them 2 days, I think she thought that I was one of them types to be smoking in the car. I think that she thought that I was finna be like trying to impress her and let's smoke on the way to we can smoke while I'm taking you home, smoke in the car while I'm taking you home. And then if she was a snitch, which I think she was, I guess she would have tried to get me pulled over. Like, okay, yeah, we gonna smoke soon as we get off work while I'm taking you to where you gotta go. We gonna smoke on the way. And then I guess her plan was to get me pulled over. Like, that's the only thing I can think of. I don't know. I don't know what she was thinking. I don't know what her plan was, but because she wasn't talking about nothing sexually or romantically, so I don't know how she planned on getting close to me if she wasn't talking about that. I guess she just thought we was gonna be smoke buddies and we can smoke in my car and I give you a ride home and we smoke on the way, and then she have it set up for me to get pulled over or something. Like, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how them snitches, what they be trying to do. I don't know. But I don't move like that. You know what I mean? I don't move like that. I don't move like that. I ain't never I don't move like that. I haven't moved like that since in 2015. Sometimes I did smoke in the car a few times in 2015 before I recommitted my life back to God at the end of April. I smoked a few, but I was by myself though. I wasn't with the homies. Nah, none of that. Yeah, none of that. I've been off that. I've been off that. Even then, I didn't. I did it a few times in 2015 when I was by myself. I was making some little moves with the weed. Uh, but even before that, like 2013, 2014, uh, I might drink a little bit while I'm driving, but I ain't do no smoking in the car. Not even cigarettes, not even blacks. And I was smoking cigarettes and blacks, but I wouldn't smoke nothing in the car because that's how you get your car searched. Now, don't get me wrong. If they catch you with an open container or something, they probably still search your car. You know, when I caught the DWI, I got my car searched, but yeah, I had like a 40 bottle, and I had a BB gun in the car. On God, I had a BB gun. But oh yeah, I was thinking about this, man. I got pulled over with guns a lot. I done got pulled over with a gun probably over 10 times and never got searched because I never smoked because I wasn't smoking in the car. But I used to be, man, God grace. Now that I look back, man, God's grace was so heavy on me. Cause the times I remember being on Gentry one time. I'm probably like 19, 20. I remember one night I was solo though. I had been drinking, and I'm on Gentry. This when Gentry used to be crunk on like Friday, Saturday nights. I had been drinking, but I wasn't drunk. But I remember I was a minor though. And I had pulled out of somewhere and I had my headlights off. My headlights wasn't on, so they pulled me over. And the police, I guess he had smelled alcohol on my breath, but he searched the car. I didn't have no weed. I used to sell weed, but I didn't have no weed on me. I didn't have no gun on me. And I think he gave me a sobriety test, but I passed it. So he gave me a ticket for the no headlights, and on the ticket, it had these little boxes, and one of them said drinking, and like he had X'd out the box that said drinking, and he gave me the ticket, but the ticket was for no headlights, but he let me go because I passed the sobriety test, even though I was a minor. But I got another story though. I was probably like 19, maybe 18 or 19. And me and my homie, he was my drinking partner. You know, we used to jam screw and be drinking and be smoking like for a good amount of time. Like hours, you know, just jamming screw, smoking and drinking, just chilling. So I remember on Gentry again. And I remember we was together. I think I had somebody else in the back seat. I don't remember who it was though. But I remember I'm in my Cadillac, windows down. This what I'm jamming. Guess who's back? That do 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 that Scarface, Jay-Z, and Beanie Siegel song called "Guess Who's Back" on the Scarface album, The Fix. I got the CD player. I had beats in the trunk. So we come in. Now check this out though. I don't know how I didn't get searched. He didn't search me. Okay, I'm finna say I don't know how I didn't have no weed on me. Cause I know if I was with the homie, we was smoking and drinking. You know what I mean? And I remember I had my 25 on me. A little chrome 25 with the brown wood grain handle. I had a holster though on my waist. And I had on some shorts, dark blue. I had on a dark blue shirt. And I probably had my Georgetown Hoyas hat. It was white and navy blue. But check this out. So I'm feeling good, right? And I'm driving, I'm beating. And the police pulled me over. And we pulled over at that main gas station that Shell's on Gentry. So I pull over right there. And I'm feeling so good. Like, I don't know if I'm finna go into the store or Or I don't know if I'm going to the store and he just happened to pull me over and I pull over in the store parking lot. But like I'm not drunk, but I'm feeling good, right? So I pull over at the gas station. I just hop out the car. Like, I don't know if I'm finna go in the store or I guess I was finna go into the store. I don't know. But I remember when he pulled me over, I just hopped out the car though. Like, I'm finna go in the store. And he like, hey, get back in the car. You know what I'm saying? I got my gun on my waist, but of course my shirt baggy, so it's covering it up. But I'm not even worried about the law, man. Like, I ain't worried about nothing. Like, I wasn't, oh no, like, you know how the normal feeling you get, like, uh-oh. Like, I wasn't tripping at all. Like, I just hopped out that mug. Like, I guess I was finna go into the gas station. So I just hopped out that mug. And he was like, get back in the car. And but he didn't search me or nothing because he pulled me over for loud music. And you know what I mean? He pulled me over for loud music and he gave me the ticket and all that. But he didn't search me or nothing. And then I remember one time, this probably 2012, I went to Oklahoma and I'm on the highway. I'm coming back in Oklahoma. This is probably the only ticket that I didn't pay. I don't know what little, you know how that be. You get pulled over in a little small town. Ain't nobody finna pay that ticket, man, if you don't live there, if you ain't gonna be there on no regular basis. So I'm coming through Oklahoma. I got the 40 cal on me. And me, I done pulled over off the highway somewhere, hit a little back road. I done shot my gun and all that. So I'm back on the highway. This in Oklahoma. You know, they pulled me over. And I think he just gave me a speeding ticket. He ain't searched me or nothing. And then I used to get pulled over in Overton, you know what I'm saying, with the heat. I think I didn't have no insurance. I used to get pulled over a lot with a gun, but never got searched because I didn't make it a habit of smoking in the car. Used to get pulled over a lot, but never got searched. And that's proper protocol. They not supposed to search unless they got probable cause, like you smoking in the car. So, you know, I don't know if she was trying to set me up, have me smoking in the car, like I don't know no better. And I don't know, man. I don't know. But I know after that rat stuff came out, she quit right after that. So anybody want to know, ain't nothing up with me and her. And I'm not saying 100% she a snitch, but, you know, either she a snitch, she a rat, or she got some kind of explanation why her Gregg County jail records and what came out her mouth don't line up. So maybe there's an explanation, you know, but maybe there ain't. Maybe there is. Who knows? But I ain't messing with her, you know what I mean? But, you know, I mean, God bless her, you know what I mean? God bless her, man. But nah, ain't nothing between me and her. You know, that's, like I said, I was seeing what was up with her. She wasn't interested, and that was it. It wasn't finna be no, you know what I'm saying, penetrating what I got going on or what I had going on at the time. She wasn't finna penetrate that. You know, if we did kick it on some sexual stuff, kicking it, chilling, you know, we probably would have been smoking together, but she still wouldn't have knew nothing about how I be moving or what kind of business I do. You know what I mean? She wasn't going to know nothing about that. I wasn't going to invite her into that. The only thing maybe that would have happened, I might have copped something for her and sold it to her myself. You know what I mean? But nah, it wasn't finna be no introducing nobody to nobody. It wasn't finna be none of that. And it wasn't finna be no smoking in the car, smoking on the way to work, smoking on the way from work. It wasn't finna be none of that. So I don't know what she was thinking. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, shout out to her, man. I hope it ain't what I think it is. You know, maybe there's an explanation. But I'm not interested in finding the explanation, you know what I mean? Just, you know, let her do her thing, man. You know, I'm not on no snitch case stuff, but I still don't like snitches. You know, this the life you chose. You know what I mean? So, you know, own up to what you do. You know, people be using all them excuses. I got kids. And, hey, you should have thought about that when you was You got to be proactive. You got to think ahead. Don't wait till you in a jam and, well, I got family and, hey, you should have thought about that ahead of time and, move more carefully. You did. But it's like I said, it's called suspicions of snitches. Cause I ain't really in her paperwork like that. I just looked up the jail records, you know what I mean? But what came out of her mouth and what I seen in them jail records, it didn't line up. So, that's all it take for me, especially when you was already moving a little weird, you know what I mean? Like she was so focused on weed and all this kind of stuff. I don't let people get in my circle, man. But I don't let people get close to me, man. I'm real serious, man, when it come to that kind of stuff, man. And I know I ain't finna tell on myself, or I know I ain't finna tell on myself. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. So that's what's up with her, But nah, it ain't been nothing between us. After that first week, it was a wrap. Cause I was seeing what was up with her. I came to the conclusion she not really interested. She not really trying to kick it. So it was a wrap with me. You know what I mean? That was it. It was a wrap as far as I'm concerned. And then after that, we would still have some little flirty vibes for maybe the next couple weeks. And after a while, all that dried up. You know what I mean? And that was it. But yeah, she brought up that weed stuff, wanted to know if I smoke weed and talking about how she go to Longview to get her weed and, and just, I don't know, I felt like it was a setup. And then I got to say this too. There was this other chick, she supposed to be like a strong Christian type of chick, whatever. And, she said that she worked with the Wood County Sheriffs. And me and this chick was talking. Me and my ex-fiance, we had broke up for a couple months. And this was in March and April of 2021. We had broke up for a couple months, then got back together. So soon as we broke up, I was hollering at this other chick. We gonna call this chick C. Now, there's the first chick that I'm talking about. And now this is another chick that was actually before her. And we gonna call her C. So this the chick I was talking to when me and my ex-fiance had broke up for a couple months and then got back together. So this chick is C. I don't want to get y'all confused. I'm trying to, make it where you can pinpoint it. So this chick, so me and my ex-fiance had broke up and then I'm hollering at this chick, C. That's this chick, right? So at this time, when me and my ex-fiance broke up though, remember, y'all probably don't remember these sermons and videos, but I had stopped smoking weed like around St. Patrick's Day, March 17th, 2021. And I was off the weed for about 2 months. So during this time, I'm hollering at this chick C. And, we kicked it. We kicked it for a while. We kicked it for about a week. Matter of fact, we kicked it for about a week. We'll go to the park after we get off work, and she from Mineola. So we'll kick it and chill for like after work. And, we had got into some kissing and some touching, but no sex. And we had kicked it for about a week. But so remember though, during this time I had quit smoking weed. And she told me she worked for the Wood County Sheriff, or not work for him, but basically on some Crime Stoppers, snitching, informant type stuff. But I wasn't tripping because I wasn't doing nothing at the time. I had got off the weed and I did this for God. I didn't do it for her. I did it for God. And so me and her got to kicking it, and she did tell me that she was like a Crime Stoppers helper or something for Wood County Sheriff. So I didn't care because first off, I don't mess around in Wood County. Second of all, I wasn't smoking or nothing at the time. And we kicked it for about a week though. And I got a weird vibe from her. But I thought it had something to do with her Christianity because we had got into some kissing and some touching, and I felt like it was going to progress to sex because I did want to smash on God. I wanted to smash. But so we started kind of progressing to that point, right? And then we kicked it one morning. This was a Sunday morning. I was really supposed to be going to her house Saturday night, but she got multiple children and she didn't have a house alone. She thought she was going to have a house alone, but it didn't work out. Somebody came back. One of the kids wanted to come back. So I was like, dang, because I was going to keep my daughter that night, but my daughter wanted to stay with her granny. And so I'm trying to see what's up with her, and all her kids were gone, but one of them came back. So I'm like, dang. So then we kicked it that Sunday morning, but her vibe was different. Like she was trying to, in my mind, I'm thinking, our situation is progressing sexually. So her vibe was different on Sunday. Like she was more distant, like sexual, not like romantically. She was trying to hold back. Like she didn't want it to, you know how it is. It have a mind of its own once you know what I mean? So I felt like she was trying to keep it from going there. Like she was trying to keep it from getting too sexual. So her vibe was a little different. It wasn't as kissy. It wasn't as romantic. You know what I'm saying? Like she was trying to be more friendly instead of sexual. I don't know if you know what I'm saying, but that's what I'm saying. Like she was trying to keep it from being sexual. Almost like she wanted to go back from the sexual stuff into some platonic stuff. And I wasn't with the platonic stuff with no female. You know what I mean? So it was progressing, but she wanted to stop the progress and just kind of keep it, you know what I mean? That's the vibe I got. Her vibe was different. But just the night before, I know what's in my mind, and I'm thinking that's what's in her mind. So you was on that last night. Now all of a sudden you kind of trying to back up with it. So I thought that was weird. And then I told her. So we kicked it. Matter of fact, we had been kissing and all that. But that day, she didn't want to kiss. She tried to give me a friend hug. And I'm like, where the kiss at? I'm thinking this in my mind, though. I didn't try to kiss her or nothing. But I'm just thinking it in my mind like she a little different. So, we had our little breakfast or whatever. She went home. I went home. And then later on, she texted me. I'm like, you know what? I'm like, your vibe different. You know what I mean? So I'm like, I'm good on this situation. I just don't like that wishy-washy up and down, like you don't know what you want to do. But in my mind, I'm thinking, well, she trying to be a good Christian and be abstinent. But at the same time, I know what I wanted. And if that ain't what it's going to be, then I don't like all that up and down, in and out. Because I never told her I was abstinent. I never sold her no dreams. She knew I was coming out of a relationship where we was having plenty sex. You know what I mean? So I wasn't on no abstinence. Even though I had got off the weed and the drinking, I wasn't on no abstinence though. And then I didn't like how I felt like it was getting to that point, and then she trying to pull back. I wasn't with that. So I'm like, man, let's just be friends. Let's cut out all this dating. Let's just be friends. Your vibe different, and that broad might have been trying to set me up, but I don't know. She never brought up weed or nothing like that though, so I don't know. But she ended up quitting. I don't think she tried to set me up or nothing though. Cause she was, for the most part, she was pretty honest about everything, I do think. So I don't think she tried to set me up or nothing. She wasn't never in my business, and like I said, I wasn't doing nothing at the time anyway. But but sometimes women get bitter when the situation don't work out. And then, like I said, when I ended the situation, I really wasn't trying to be friends. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's over. It ain't nothing. I ain't really had that kind of patience anyway. But then I did double back on her, and I was like, I'm sorry for cutting you off. Like, I stiff armed her. I cut her off. And then after a little while, I apologized. I would kind of see where she was at. And she wasn't trying to hear it, though. She wasn't trying to hear it, though. I did double back on her, but nah, she wasn't trying to hear it, though. And I was like, yeah, your heart done got cold. I sure did say that. I was like, yeah, your heart done got cold. But anyway, she ended up quitting. And then I got back with my ex-fiance, got back on the weed, on the drink. And then I think maybe this chick, the one that I first started off talking about, C that said she worked with Wood County, she might have sent this broad. She might have tried to work some stuff out and get this other broad to come in on the job and set me up. That's what I'm thinking. Because at the time when I was with C, I wasn't doing nothing. And when I got back with my ex-fiance, I got back into the same routine I was in before. A whole lot of fornicating, the weed and the alcohol. And I wasn't really trying to hide it. But I don't let my moves be known. But I wasn't trying to hide the fact that I smoke and drink and all that. And I think that, C ended up quitting. Matter of fact, when me and my ex-fiance got back together, we was together a little while, then we got engaged again, because we was already engaged, and we broke up for 2 months. Then we got back together for a little while, then we got engaged again. So after we got engaged again, it was sometime after that, C from the job ended up quitting. And then me and my ex-fiance, after a while, we broke up again for good this time. And we had already broke up for good. And then I took my vacation. When I came back from my vacation, then this other chick was there. Like she was waiting on me. And I think C had this other chick try to get close to me and set me up. Facts. Bars. I think that's what that was. But I feel like I peeped her game. She wasn't finna get close to me without having sex anyway. But she thought she was finna get close to me without having sex, without being sexual, and that wasn't finna happen. And even if we was having a sexual relationship, she still wouldn't have knew the moves that I make. And if I would have done something for her, I would have got it myself and sold it to her myself. She still wouldn't have knew the moves that I make. And I still wasn't going to be smoking in the car, riding and smoking so I can get searched and get caught with whatever I got. And if you get caught with the weed, then you get a gun charge, even though having a gun in the car is legal. But if you in the commission of another crime, then you catch the gun charge, even though it's misdemeanor. Unlawful possession of a firearm. I don't have no felonies, you know what I mean? So, I don't know, man. I guess they just thought they had some kind of fire plan and it didn't work. And then, like I said, I just got that little suspicion. I looked up her criminal jail records from Gregg County and it didn't match what came out of her mouth. And I wasn't tripping, I was doing my little thing, but it ain't got nothing to do with work. The stuff I do in the streets, I didn't mix it with the job. I didn't mix it with the people from the job. So I wasn't really worried about her. I just had it in my mind. But then on that one day, I just felt like calling it out. And then the next work day after that, she quit. So, and I made that song over that weekend. So that's how that situation went, man. So I don't know what's up with her now. I don't know what she got going on now. I know what my suspicions are. Maybe there's an explanation, but I'm not interested. I don't care to know. You know what I mean? You know, I don't care to know. But yeah, man. So that's the whole situation. Uh B, I'm gonna holler at you tomorrow. I'm gonna let you know how the situation went. I'm gonna give you more information, more details, cause I know you and probably some other people want to know. I'm gonna give y'all the game, or I think y'all already know. To be honest, y'all just trying to see what I know, or y'all trying to get me to be friends with this chick so she can set me up. And y'all think I don't know what's going on, and y'all think that I'm finna, hey, what happened to you? Where you been? Why'd you quit? And then make friends with this chick and get to, nah, ain't none of that. Nah, ain't none of that. I don't, nah, heck nah. I'm through with that anyway. You know what I mean? But even if I was on that, nah, I don't move like that, man. I already had suspicions, man. So I ain't messing around. But yeah, man, that's the whole game on that situation, man. That's how that went down. And everybody be blessed, man. Uh B and C and that chick. You know what I'm saying? Everybody be blessed. We all gotta answer to God. You might as well get right with him now. You know what I mean? Get right within the time that you have. You know what I mean? The sooner the better if you get ready. You know what I mean? If you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready. You know what I mean? All that kind of stuff, man. Yeah, man, that's it though. So that's the whole story, how that went down, man. Uh yeah, from my point of view, you know what I mean? Uh yeah. So everybody be blessed. Jesus up. Jesus! That's it, man. Y'all, hey, y'all be blessed, man.